Destiny's on a call. Destiny's on a call that she had to take. But she's going to come join us. Hi, guys. Happy 2022. I'm not going to say Happy New Year until it's the new year. I'm going to be stubborn like that. So I'm not going to get into it because we're still here. We're still here in this the energy of change, I believe. But the change is not so turbulent. The change is not so turbulent. Now, the three of us, we ain't really got a set topic to talk about. So we're just going to jump in and out of things and just thrash things about, maybe stuff that we remembered from past talks. We might do that for the next couple of weeks until we can get our heads around another series. But until then, we're just gonna shoot it with you. So hope you're all well. Hi guys, hi everybody. Hi. Yeah, Friday hit different for us as well. Like it's mad, isn't it, Jazz? It's like Friday comes around so much quicker these days. It's like,
and we look forward to it. We look forward to Fridays just like y'all look forward to
Fridays. Definitely. But while we're waiting for Dest, I'm just going to put a question to the collective now. As I said, I feel like we're still in an energy of change, more of an energy of resettlement. It's like regrounding, you know, like we're in Capricorn season, so it's a grounding type of energy to try and get us to kind of focus on maybe our manifestations here in this realm. So I've got a question for you. Like I was telling Jazz that I was doing some research yesterday on Sophia, which I think we're definitely going to come and discuss because my whole mind is with the whole Sophia thing from the Gnostic religion is yo. So anyway, until we go there, there was something that someone mentioned when they were speaking about it, and they said when the karmic cycle no longer is a part of how your life story unfolds, you begin to build on the consciousness of heaven. It's up to you to set the stage. And my question is, like, what does heaven actually look like to y'all? Because to each of us, heaven's going to look a certain way. And the question I felt there is, have you already started to embody this heaven on earth for yourself? Because now that we are in this, we understand that everything is mind. The universe is mind. So if that's the case, as above, so below, what is it that you are exactly manifesting? Are you being honest with yourself about what it is that what this heaven looks like to you? What is this new world looking like to you exactly? And I want to get the collective to really think about that at this time. And I want you to think like outside of yourself for a second, not just maybe the things that you've struggled with, maybe finances, maybe accommodation, maybe the things that you do. I want you to think bigger than that. I want you to think about, what does the structure of your heaven look like? How do you go about your day-to-day business in this heavenly state of yours, or this new heaven on earth of yours? How do you interact with the others that are also that you've included in your heaven? How does that look to you? So yeah, I just wanted to start off with that thought for the collective for this new year, because as I said, I've been really getting into the whole research on Sophia. And as I was doing some research yesterday, as I said, I'm a novice, so I don't really want to go too deeply into it, but it suggested that Sophia was the all, and that it was Sophia that decided that she wanted to experience herself outside of herself. So she created herself outside of herself. And this is what they say is the fall. That's the fall of Sophia came when she wanted to experience herself and created a space to do that. But before she did that, she created a counterpart through her heart, but her counterpart was of mind, and it was of this counterpart that created the earth. Now, in this whole creation, Sophia, they're saying that the counterpart that she created manipulated her and overtook her. And so basically everything that we deem to be feminine on the earth, such as or within our universe, such as the planets and the moon, have all been overtaken by this counterpart that she created that overtook her. Am I making sense to y'all? So basically what they were suggesting is that the moon is a puppet. And all this time that we've been working with the moon, it's not actually been the actual divine feminine energy. It has been hijacked. And up until now, this is a time where everything's falling apart. The feminine energy is rising. We all know because it's within us. We're feeling it. We know that it's a thing, right? But up until recently, it's suggesting that especially those of us who work with the moon, we've been working with hijacked masculine energy. How about that? So this is one of the reasons why y'all haven't seen me doing, like, we had a new moon the other day. I couldn't come on because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You know, my whole thoughts system had been rocked. So I think I spoke about this last year when I did the beginning of the year reading. That's over on Instagram. And I said that we have to let go of everything. That includes our beliefs, because if some new information comes in, it can dramatically change what we previously believed. So what we have to do now is just become much more fluid. And so it ties back into the beginning question as to don't Destiny look like she's having a good time? Like, bring us into the conversation, fam.
Over there having so much fun without us, Destiny. So much.
Oh, that's another thing. Someone mentioned the Matrix. That Jazz, I'm going to fling it over to you, but this is the last thing I want to say about the Matrix. There was one thing that I noticed about the Matrix, and that was that there was no oracle in the Matrix. I'm just going to talk about it now because you lot should have seen it by now. If you ain't, like just don't. Whenever you see me live, just run away, because I'm going to be talking about the Matrix like every time. So basically, there was no oracle in the Matrix, and the way that I kind of saw that was that there doesn't need to be an oracle anymore, because we are the oracles. Every single one of us has the oracle within us, which is also Sophia. I mean, we're going to talk about this chick. We're going to talk about this energy. But anyway, going to leave it there. So I hope that's a bit of food for thought for y'all. And yeah, Jazz, what are you saying, mama?
I got some homework to do, because you just mind fucked me a little bit with Sophia. Like, you really made me feel like my spiritual journey just started or some shit. I don't know. But I do want to touch base on the Matrix in a way that if you have not seen it already, I'm not doing too much spoilers for you, because from this perspective, it doesn't matter if you stay in the newest Matrix or the very first one. Y'all, if that movie itself is not playing itself out in our active age and timeline, I don't know what the fuck other light bulb moment or reminder that we can have. This is truly not man versus machines or robots, but this is man versus technology at this point, you guys. And it's clear as day. I know that a lot of people, especially spiritual people, stray away from politics, but I like to know everything that's happening around me. And a lot of people don't realize that, I don't know if it was under the Trump administration, but Bill Gates was contracted by the United States government to come up with a technology to computerize the human being through nanotech, nanochips, nanobites, excuse me, let me get my verbiage right, through nanobites. Now, once this technology was solidified and they wanted to do testing, he originally was going to front billions, 1.3 billion, if I'm not mistaken, dollars of his own personal money to go to Africa and utilize the melanated beings as the first test subjects. The whole purpose of this contract with Bill Gates and the United States government is to figure out how to make the human being computerized. The same way we have Safari, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome. They wanted to see how they can implement a technology to be able to manipulate the human being and the sovereignty and the freedom that's associated with being a human being and coming from the creator versus this world. You guys, the Matrix is truly being highlighted because that is showing us the direction or the trajectory that we're ultimately going towards if you don't demand your free will, take your power back, enforce your sovereignty, and implement certain things that assure your freedom in this world. So I don't want to speculate, but mainstream right now, it seems like the only way that an agenda such as nanobites could be implemented into our human race would be these vaccinations right now. If I'm not mistaken, I don't see no other system put in place to massively influence this broad human race that we have. We're all spread out, and on every part of this globe right now, you guys, what do you see being implemented? It doesn't matter if it's a third world part of this globe or if it's a more advanced civilization. One thing that we all have in common is that this vaccine is being shoved down our fucking throats. And I'm not here to take away from anybody who felt like that was the best route to take to protect themselves and their families. All I'm saying is that when it became a mandate, it became a problem in my third eye. I lie to you not. Because being in this world and not of it requires you to implement and enforce a certain amount of free will that ensures your freedom. And the fact that this is being shoved down our throats right now, and me knowing the setup to date, all the things that have been put in place up until now, it really makes me question if it's getting ready to be us fighting technology. And we are in the age of information, and the timelines make sense, y'all. It really does. Y'all know I don't fear monger. This is not to implement fear, but this is to implement awareness. True awareness. If you guys are not already familiar, the types of vaccinations that are being implemented is a new technology. This is not your average chicken pox, measles, and all this other stuff that we were accustomed to taking to go to elementary school, middle school, high school, and even college. This is not where you take a strand of the virus itself, introduce it to the immune system, and allow the antibodies in the white blood cells to to formulate a defense mechanism against the virus. This is a synthesized strain of the virus, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody feels the need to correct me, please go in the comments. And a Black woman did create this new technology, but the fact of the matter is, this is new technology, you guys. This is not something that we've taken previously. This is definitely something that has just been implemented into this entire globe and into our human structure. I honestly feel like we have to wait it out to see if there are any negative adverse reactions that our bodies and our vessels are going to have to these new technologies. But this is everything that's going in our body right now is created in a laboratory. And I just want everybody to have some food for thought. When you watch The Matrix, even if you haven't already watched The Matrix, maybe have already seen the first, the second, the third one, whatever the case may be, can you not visualize right now that we getting ready to be fighting to just be human and not be computerized, not be robotic, not be a part of this? We can be a part of the age of information and the age of technology, but not be in that shit. Like, we're supposed to be human beings at the end of the day. So I wanted to put that out because Mama D brought it up. And without, you know what I'm saying, telling y'all about the movie, it's just food for thought, most definitely. It looked like Destiny is back with us.
Yeah, before we introduce Destiny back in, Dest, I'm just going to give you a quick overall.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, I'm going to do that, sis. I ain't going to make you come in here half-assed. You're my sister.
Thank you.
So basically, I asked the collective what they thought, what heaven on earth actually looks like to them. What is it that they are calling in at this time? Now that they have done a lot of the shadow work and cleared a lot of the a lot of the stuff. You dropped a lot of your baggage. Most of y'all should be like coming like the fool now with your little stick, with your little handkerchief, with your little essentials. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should be traveling light at this point. So I'm just asking the collective, what does heaven, now that your karmic cycle doesn't have anything to do with how your life unfolds at this point, what does heaven on earth look like to you? And then we've got into, we talked a little bit about Sophia, but no one knows enough about her to really say that that's what we're going to be talking about right now. But we jumped onto AI. We jumped onto AI, and you know, that will bring us back into, you know, insert yourself back into the ecosystem. Otherwise, you're going to be inserted into something else. But I just wanted to say, Jazz, all of what you just said was shown in the damn movie. Every fucking thing you just said. And as you know, for me, The Matrix is a documentary. There's no lies been told in the past from that movie. So why would they lie to us now? You know what I mean? Like, it's a documentary. So if you're talking about changing our, I don't know the right terminology. I know it's more than the DNA, like our physical appearance. I also saw Elon Musk say something about, I mean, I don't know how we got here because it's so far away from what we normally delve into. We try to stay out of politics and shit, but you know, we are the politics now. They've made us the politics now. You know what I mean? So I saw Elon Musk talking to somebody about, because he was talking about, you know, how people play computer games online with each other and how real they look and how photographically real everything looks. And he was saying that the aim is to make the artificial world look real, so that at some point there's no differentiation between the two. And then Elon Musk himself asked, how do we know that wasn't done in the past? And that's exactly what we're living in. So I believe that we're living in an assimilation. I believe that what you can see here is the projection of me that you can see in front of you is an idea or an ideal of what I've wanted to present myself as at this time. But this ain't me. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm asking you, lot, what is your heaven on earth? Because if this is a simulation, you got to look at this bitch like The Sims. You know what I mean? Make your dream house, make your this, make your that. But it's more than you. It's more than just your material things. This is now for a collective vision. You know, what is our collective vision of this heaven on earth that we've been promised, or this new dimension that we're about to consciously what's the word? What we've been doing? Ascend into. What does it look like? And I think Destiny, it's your turn.
I just wanted to touch on this whole AI thing. So I absolutely agree. Mind you, I'm not super versed in AI. I'm not a tech nerd. You know, I always appreciate tech nerds because it's a language within itself. But what I understand about it, it's very much like what Mama said. Like, if you do not choose to come into union with the ecosystem, the natural ecosystem, then you come into union with another ecosystem, essentially, which is this AI. And I feel like we are becoming artificial intelligence. We are becoming the robots they're depicting, because essentially, like, think of it like medicine, right? So think of like a sleeping pill, okay? Being intelligence and information and knowledge. And then valerian being that little blue flower that sleeping pills actually derive from, that actually create that sleep aid, being knowledge and information. It's purest. There's nothing artificial about it. It's natural, but there's all of this information that's deriving from this, I don't know, original knowledge that we kind of lost. So it's like, I feel like I still need to channel it more to better explain it. But as soon as Mom said AI, I'm like, yeah, I think we are becoming AI. The way we look at social media and engage in social media, everything we project is artificial intelligence to somebody, thinking Page of Swords. I look at somebody and I acquire information, but it's artificial because I'm just acquiring whatever they've projected out. Artificial, assimilation, whatever Mom was saying. Like, I totally agree with that, but we're already living that. We already live a life of artificial intelligence. We are that. We project it, but we also eat it up through the means of social media and that first page on Google. Google can put anything in the first page of a search, which is SEO, search engine optimization, and can manipulate the public into believing what is relevant information, what's up to date, what is the most relevant information based on a search. This is, again, artificial intelligence. It's artificial. It's not natural. Now, it doesn't mean like a sleeping pill. Think of it. A sleeping pill does derive from a natural plant, which is valerian. You chew on a valerian, you put it in a cup of tea, it'll knock you out. Maybe not in 20 minutes, but in about an hour and a half, you'll be knocked out cold, right? So I just see us having an option of which way we want to go about it, how natural we want our intelligence to be in comparison to how artificial. But we have this choice in more than just intelligence. We have it with skincare products. We have it with food. We have it with so many things. What are you going to pick? The natural, the artificial? Now it's coming down to fucking intelligence. Like, it's getting deep. But we knew that because when they started fucking with our genes with the jab, we knew it was starting to get deep. They're like, oh, all these fucking people are now expanding in independence and wanting to reconnect with the ecosystem. And after we've created a whole system of slavery, no, we're now going to make you as codependent as possible, i.e. relinquish your immune system to us. This is also artificial intelligence that's fed to us to make us believe that vaccine can save us. Because remember, when it first came out, it was the vaccine. And I watched some politician literally go, we know we said it'd be safe, and we said it would be effective, but it's not. But we're gonna do the booster, and I'm like, what? You fucking crackhead! Like, you guys are stabbing people with chemicals. We have no idea. You get what I mean? So don't let artificial intelligence turn you into a zombie. And hi to my G's, right? I was on a prison call, like I had to take the call. But I'm back.
I wanna piggyback off of what my sisters are saying, because you guys don't realize that back in the day, without the amount of artificial technology and intelligence that Destiny touched base on, those high priestess and those hierophants figured out science, mathematics, physics, quantum physics, metaphysics, astrology, astronomy as we know it, and that was by being in tune with the ecosystem. Period.
So natural, not artificial intelligence.
Not artificial,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So lately, I'm not gonna lie, a few months ago, you guys, and once again, I am a novice at it. I don't want to go too deep into it, but I started studying Agartha. And Agartha is inner earth. There has been so many theories leading up until now where people have encountered the civilization that lives within our core. Inner earth is supposed to be way bigger than our globe as we see it. Inner earth is supposed to be way more advanced than our civilizations that we've created. And inner earth is supposed to be where the original aboriginal people of planet Earth live. I believe we are the aliens, we are the invaders, we are the abomination. That's why we are separated from the actual planetary body and have no access to it.
Jazz, I'm sorry to cut you because I've never heard of this. So are you saying that they're saying that there is life force within the core of the Earth?
No, there's life. There's a whole nother
like
world.
Human being and animals and a whole ecosystem inside the core, which would make sense that the Earth wasn't just some dense ass ball.
No,
it's even got its own sun
in the core, which would make sense.
One of the
what's that atom? What's the thing called?
It's called
I don't know.
Agartha.
One of
the Buddhists named it Agartha. They named it because they claim to have experienced inner earth and the beings that reside on inner earth. I believe that we came and invaded this planet, and that's why we don't really have access to the planet. We are a virus to this planet because we are not honoring the ecosystem and the natural laws of the universe that make this planet operate in order. We're actually going against these natural laws of the universe. And I think that's why we got kicked out of Agartha. And they put our asses out and told us to fend for our fucking selves, honestly speaking. And you see the way that this shit is playing out. Sorry, mama. Sorry.
It's all right. Well, they say that the entrance to inner earth is at the root chakra of the earth, which is Mount Shasta in California. which is said to be the entrance to Lemuria. They say that the Lemurians walk with us, very tall. They say that they are one of the first inhabitants of this plane, you know, because this shit is flat. Like, this shit is vast.
Well, because
like, there's parts of it we haven't seen. Because
so, Mom, I channeled, because I channeled that Earth was the apple of God's eye, and that Earth was shaped like an eye, meaning, you know how if you look at the eye, it looks
don't say it.
But the thing is flat, and then we have the cornea, which is that black hole in the middle. That, like, I was channeled that Earth is designed like the eyeball.
I got chills when you said.
Should I tell you?
Just show me your elbow, though. I got chills. I
got chills.
So this is going back into this research of Sophia that I was doing just yesterday. This is spazzing me out because, girl, we're going to talk about it at some point. So basically, they were talking about, please let me get it right, the Coptic alphabet. And they were saying that the 16th letter of the Coptic alphabet is I, and it's somewhere situated in some sacred text related to Sophia, some of this sacred text that was found in Egypt relating to Sophia. And this the eye just kept coming up. So when you said that the earth is shaped like an eye, I'm like,
oh shit,
yo,
right,
yo, like, we have to talk about Sophia next week. Y'all have to get into your books and get into your videos. And
I have no clue who Sophia even is.
We're doing Sophia because Sophia's going to turn everything on her head. This is why I was telling the G's and the day one A1s and Angel Gang, like, I haven't been online because my whole belief system has been tipped on its head with just this tiny little piece of research that I've done on Sophia so far. So until I'm clear about how it is now that I'm portraying these messages to you, I'm staying the fuck offline. That's what I'm going to do until I'm clear about what I might come on and talk about a little bit about the movies, you know, I might do that. But the messages in order to advance us into this next stage, because we've said that this whole ascension process is everything to do with consciousness. This is an elevation of our consciousness. And it's the consciousness that can go between the realms, you know. So this is now asking us, this is why I'm asking you, what does your heaven look like? Because this is now the realm you're about to enter into. And if you're not clear about what it is that you actually want to enter into, you're going to enter into a next madness, even a limbo. Is possible.
Well, if you're not achieving your dreams, you're achieving the dreams of somebody else. So you better pick.
Right.
Facts. And I also wanted to say that it's human beings. We are, our perception is our reality. We are visual creatures, you guys. And a lot of people have been told that heaven looks like a whole bunch of white clouds and white angels and a white God waiting for you to return. So what Mama is saying is truly powerful, because if that is what you perceive your heaven to be, you probably could never manifest it on earth. But if you really broaden your perspective, because we are literally just a small ass cell on earth. Earth is a small ass cell in the Milky Way. The Milky Way is a small ass cell in the omniverse, and the omniverse is like this small in the multiverse. Make your heaven infinite, so all your possibilities as well reflect infinity. Like, we can't box our minds in any more than they already have attempted to. We have to release the chains, release the constraints, release the barriers and the blockages that's been put between us and these levels of consciousness that Mama D was saying. So some of us will never experience heaven on earth if all we are going according to perceiving heaven is the human limitations or the human's linear perspective. You got to ask your higher self where it resides and what that feels like and what it looks like, and then allow that feeling to begin to manifest with you and through you. But I promise you, it's not the way that I feel like the majority of us envision it. It ain't no man that look like a human waiting for your ass to come back home. That's not how souls and spirits and energy looks, y'all. It's just not. It's funny. It is funny because our minds have been taught this shit, and now, just like children, we soak it up like sponges.
I still say our Father, and I don't believe that God is a man.
But Destiny, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. And the fact of the matter is, you're not the only one that also recognizes the maternal energy in the Most High, but still forgets to say it.
Right.
Because the whole world has been programmed to do this, you guys. So it's something that we're actively healing together. Absolutely. And, you know, heaven has to be what you want it to be so you can pull that shit down and bring it to earth. And it can't be something that is unattainable, such as sitting with a bunch of white angels and a white man and breaking bread and manifesting beautifully. That shit ain't happening for me this lifetime. Do y'all see the way I fucking look? That shit is not happening for me. Not in patriarchy. It's not. So I gotta make my heaven look like something that will actually benefit and work for me while I'm here, y'all. And Mama's encouraging all of us to do the same because it's powerful. When you take that your brain out that box that it's been placed in, you become powerful. You truly do.
So I just wanted to for those of you, because like it's really everybody talks about heaven on earth, nobody really talks about the process of how to make that so. And the ladies both touched on it beautifully, but a way that really helped me to bring my dreams into reality, my heaven, think Kether energy, top of. So this is the Kabbalah tree of life. And this essentially teaches you how to do exactly that, manifest heaven, Kether, on earth, your root chakra, by bringing your dreams, your manifestations down through processing it, understanding it, feeling it, getting it to change your foundation. So who you are, your behaviors, how you walk, how you move, how you talk, how you live. And then it gets to your roots. So it allows for the clear channel of true change. You have to pave the way, right? And your soul work paves the way for that download, because a lot of everything you guys are going to do started off as a dream. And it slowly got more realistic until now it's in front of you. And you're like, wow, how did that go from a thought to something that I can now see and touch? Malkut. Malkut is where all the tens in tarot and all the pages in tarot live, right? So that speaks of like physical manifestations in the earthly plane. And the Kabbalah tree of life really helped me with that. But when you look at it, you'll start becoming less consumed with the dreams and more consumed with the inner soul work, knowing that the dreams will all just come through that. More about paving the way and clearing out the blockages and being a reflection of what it is that you want, so that it's not really that far-fetched and a miracle, is it? When people go, oh, you're just lucky, you'll go, luck? Excuse me? I had to work that bitch through this and through Hod and Shukma and Binna and Tepereth, and like I had to birth the shit after all that too? Like through my root? Yeah, no, there's nothing lucky about it. Nothing lucky about it. So yeah, the Kabbalah really helps.
They say luck is when opportunity and preparation meet or some shit like that. So that makes complete sense about what you're saying, because that's not like, oh, I just woke up and voila, magic. No, opportunity met everything you were already preparing yourself for, and there it is. That's how that manifestation process, you know, is supposed to healthily work. Because I know a lot of us, we tap into spirituality because the infatuation of manifestation. Can we keep it 100? We do. 100%. A lot of us are just like, what the fuck? I don't got to pay tithes. I don't got to go to church. I don't got to get on my knees in bed. Let me manifest some shit. And then we real live go through the whole process of unlearning and relearning, not realizing that that's a part of the manifestation process. Death of the ego, shadow work, dark night of the soul. That's a part of the manifestation process.
Well, because we want freedom. Right. We want freedom and expansion in our life, but then we have to reflect that. So we would have to break out of all these limiting paradigms, beliefs, all of that, and be the version of freedom that we want in order for the universe to reflect it out.
So definitely showing y'all that process. Anybody who was infatuated with manifestation found themselves in this journey and then are wondering why it's taking so long or it's not happening yet. You got to go through that process because it's a part of it. It really is. Right. And manifestation is not, let me light this candle, let me do this spell, let me hit this root work, let me reach out to this spirit. It's not. It's really not. Because before all of that happens, you have to find your magic. You have to learn your spirit guides. You have to go through a whole nother form of initiation before that shit start moving like butter. And it's just a well-oiled engine now, because it takes work that you put into that car for it to move like that. So Destiny is really, really preaching, y'all.
We all preaching today.
And
I like that we just came off the cuff, eh, Mom? We just kind of just Yeah.
It's like, you know, because we're lazy witches at the end of the day when it comes to like really, really doing homework. Only probably Jazz. I would say Jazz is the bet because she's
a Virgo. She's a fucking Virgo.
She's a Virgo and a studier. So like me and Destiny though, we like to smoke too much weed to be truthful about it.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? So when it comes to like what we're doing, we're just like, boy, if it never happened to me, I can't really talk about it. Like, right, I don't want to research nothing. But Sophia, and it's true, somebody pointed out that for as long as I've been doing readings on YouTube, like I'll be coming with the Sophia. So that's my sister. That's my sister. But at the same time, there's something that's been calling me to this Sophia energy. But we're going to get back to that. I want to go back to what my sisters were talking about manifestation as well. I want some of you younger ones also to play with it, because the reason why I say that, I feel like if I died tomorrow, first of all, everybody better wear really bright colors to my funeral and dance their heads off to Marvin Gaye, I Want You.
Straight up.
And then second of all, I'll die very content, happy, because I've done everything I've ever wanted to do in my life already. I've done it all. Everything now is like a bonus. Everything now is like, woo! This is how I did it. I spoke myself into creation. I kept reinventing myself. I didn't understand that I was doing shadow work and all these things and purging and all the things. All I knew is that one day I wanted to be a playwright. One day I wanted to be an artist. One day I wanted to be a stylist. One day I wanted to. I've done everything I wanted. The only thing I haven't done yet is be a fashion designer. But we're gonna get there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're getting there. But that's it. Don't stick yourself to one thing. You have so many. You're a multi-dimensional being, so you have a plethora of gifts that you can tap into. And now at this time, we're in a time where we have to be multiple streams of income. You haven't got time to be stuck in one thing and that's what you're doing. That's my path. That's my calling. So that's what I need to focus on. What you need to do is tap into, of course, you're going to master one thing at a time. You can't be a jack of all trades, master of none. You know, take your time, give yourself time to really delve into whatever particular gift you're choosing to focus on at any particular time. Master that bitch and move on to another one, because you have so many. And then when you get to my old age, you'd be doing all of them all at once without even trying, because you've mastered them all. So it's not even hard. Like now I'm going to jump back into music. Watch me do it very, very quickly. If you see me in the charts, mind your business.
In the charts! You're in the fucking charts!
Mind your business, because I did my 10,000 hours years ago.
Mind your business.
I did my 10,000 hours. So, so this is what I'm saying to you guys. I don't want you all to get completely stuck on one thing. This is my path. This is my mission. This is my life's work. You have a plethora of gifts. Trust me. I know I've got some that I still haven't even tapped into yet, but right. I'm there tapping. Yeah. I only just got into the cards the other day. You know what I mean? I'm still blagging it. But I'm in it to win it. You've got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to win it. So guys, I'm just putting light on this. I don't want you to get really heavy in what is my purpose? What is my mission? What is the fuck am I supposed to be doing here? Babes, have a good time while you're trying to figure it out. Make sure that it's the things that you are putting your energy into are passionate. It could be just your relationship. The next thing you know, you and your dude or you and your woman are relationship counselors, earning stupid amounts of money talking about your experiences in relationships and how you made it work. You don't know what it is, but make sure you're having a good time while you're doing it, and make sure you master that at least. I'm very, very funny about this. If you start something, make sure you finish it. Start it and finish it. Birth it, grow it, and send it on its way if that's what you need to do, if you want to look at it in that type of dynamic. But make sure if you start something, you finish it. But you have so many things to tap into. Have a good time doing it, please.
Can I just say one thing to piggyback off of what Mom's saying to the youth? like to the young people, especially if you're in your like teens and 20s and stuff, like just live. And when I say live, I'm not saying don't listen to your intuition. I'm just saying don't live with fear of making mistakes. It's such an illusion, man. Because if you look at a lot of your adults, they were raised to be afraid to make mistakes. So they ended up going through experiences later in life when they had the freedom to give themselves the space to make all the mistakes or have all the experience really that their soul needs. So just live in this time and know you make no mistakes, and everything is an opportunity to learn something new. And how for those, a little older, how much better would our childhood have been just knowing you're on a spiritual journey and you're making no mistakes and you're just going to learn what you need to get you the next stage. I would have actually probably had a better time.
Yeah.
I stressed myself out. I suppressed myself because I'm like, I can't fuck up. And now I'm older and I'm like, fuck up. That whole idea is such an illusion. So I just wanted to piggyback off of that, Mom. That's a loud statement, especially for the youth, to just live free. That's what your creator put you here to do, outside of even your own parents' limiting understanding of your purpose of your existence. Just know that's what your creator expects of you, and you make no mistakes.
And I also just want to say for the young ones as well, like defining your purpose. I believe that everything that we do has some aspect or essence of spirituality. Even if you're not pulling cards, even if you're not doing readings, even if you're not doing divination, y'all, when you step into the church, there's somebody singing, there's somebody praise dancing, there's somebody preaching, there's visitors just sitting there being the listeners and the people that need to get the word. There's somebody taking the money and collecting it and putting it in the safe. Everybody got a different role, but it's all God is giving them that job first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? So however you can see yourself serving your spirit, making your spirit happy, is spiritual work. So that's whatever you feel connected to, like Mama said, and that could be multiple things because we are multidimensional, and the majority of us have multi-talents to share with the world. So I feel like everybody should recognize that there's a spiritual essence to whatever it is that you do. And you could be out here just cutting hair. You could be a barber. Y'all know them type of healing conversations that go down in the hair salon. Let's keep it 100. Y'all are 30.
Can I just say something on that, Jess? You know what's crazy? And you talked about being a stylist too. When I was doing the personal readings back to back to back, God told me, like, you've touched all these people before. And I'm like, well, how? And it was as a hairdresser.
Wow.
I did the same thing.
Wow.
Pretty much, but the tool wasn't the cards. That would make sense how I had conversations with 2,500 people. You know what I'm saying?
I was a shop baby growing up. I'm talking about my mother was a shop owner. 7 a.m. she opening the doors. 1, 2 a.m. she locking up, driving me.
You were bathing in the bowls. You were bathing in the hair bowls.
Let me tell you how she had my setup. She had an empty station right there. I had a mannequin, bitch. I had everything I needed to mimic her. I say this to say, growing up in the shop, my mom was not just doing hair. People will walk into her chair and they will be in tears and shambles. They'll be in pain. They need to talk. They need to vent. That is an outlet, if you ask me, an outlet to give somebody the opportunity to heal. Mama D does this on a regular basis, and then some with her spiritual work and her spiritual platform. So you guys have to recognize the spirituality in everything that you do. However you are in a position to heal yourself and others, you have to be able to tap into that. You know what I'm saying? And give that, whatever it is that you choose to do, the level of appreciation and recognition that it deserves. Because even as a yoga instructor, personal trainer, physical therapist, I am rehabilitating the human vessel at the end of the day, no matter which way you want to look at it. That is a form of healing. It is a healing mechanism. And we all have a little piece of a way that we can provide that to the collective. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
And Mom, just while we're on this topic, can you talk a little bit about, because obviously, like many people in the collective, whether it's readers, stylists, support the collective in some way. Can we talk a little bit about just how to like because I feel like if somebody doesn't know how to cleanse their energy, they could actually experience a lot of struggles and hold on to a lot of whatever they might have energetically picked up while doing whatever their practice is. So just wanted to just ask about cleansing energy when being in a line of business like this.
Okay. Do you remember last week when I said that I tapped into my divine feminine when I started doing my hair training? And that was because I was touching a lot of people, strangers, and dealing with not only their crowns, but obviously their crown chakras. So all of their energy is coming through my hand chakras. And so I was feeling heavy. So one of the easiest baths that you can do for yourself, or one of the easiest things you can do for yourself before you even take a bath, is get yourself some pink Himalayan sea salt and mix that with whatever soap you use, and wash your hands up to your elbows and rinse that off under cool water at least between clients. So if you can, and that would work for anything that we do where we have to touch other people. This is for you as well, Jazz, as well. When you teach in front of a lot of people come to hug you and touch you, whatever, you can do this same ritual as well. When you get home, you can use Himalayan sea salt, Epsom salt, coconut oil, lavender oil as a very basic spiritual bath. You can dash some Florida water in there for extra potency and soak in there for 25 minutes. Make sure that you stay in the water up to your chin for 25 minutes. Stay in the water till the water gets cool, and then you drain the water with you still in the tub. Don't get out of the tub until the water is drained, and that way you're draining and taking everything off you, and that's going through the drain. You get out of the bath, you don't use a towel, you either drip dry or you use a robe, and you wait till you're dry that way. What else can I tell you? Obviously sage is very good to just quickly sage yourself. I sage the hairdryer and the chairs after every client to make sure that there's no energy exchange. And the very rare occasions where I use hair extensions to repair some locks, I sage that hair as well. I would never use I would never use human hair in any of my clients. If I do, one time I did have to do that, and I cleansed the hair from the night before. I washed and dried the hair, and then I saged and Palo Santo'd the hair before I put that in my client. So, all of these little things that you can do to just keep yourself clean and clear of other people's energies. Right. Also, as hairdressers, you can put boundaries down. I don't let my clients gossip. I don't let them talk about other people that are not present. I'm not here to be drained like that. I'm not here to laugh or to find entertainment from other people's misfortune. That's not what we do in my hairdressers. We can cry together. There's always tissues in my hairdressers. They can talk about any sorrow that they're going through, and then we're going to find a solution before you leave this house. So, if you do find yourself feeling extra heavy, if you're doing any direct contact with clients, some of those tips would be great, but you can also put boundaries down about the kind of energy that is allowed around you when these people are coming through your home or your place of business. Also, to your staff as well, you can start putting boundaries down. No gossip allowed, no bickering. If you're the boss, make sure that you're putting these boundaries down. If you're somebody that works for an establishment because hairdressers and barbershops are notorious for gossip, but as healers who have these spaces, it's our duty to put down new paradigms so that these are now sanctuaries and safe havens for people to come to not only look wonderful but also to heal as well. That's how I got into healing. That's how I got into the whole twin flame thing. People be telling me about their relationships, and I'm looking at the correlations between the whole dynamics, including my own. And I'm like, bitch, that's your... Do you know how many people have got married because I've said, fam, that's your this, and they've married them. I'm still here running the dance, but everybody else, motherfuckers, are getting married.
Yo, mom, just to make a little, because I'm reading, just saw the comments here. It's so true about the human hair. BK Shivani said that the number one reason why you're not supposed to eat food outside is because of the mentality that people have when they're cooking and dishing you out the food. You eat that energy, and it's a very superficial, basic, I need money. And then you just that food just fuels that part of you, that poverty conscious part of you that says, I need money. The people that give their hair in the hair trade, like 70% of them are the poorest people on this planet, and are literally traumatizing themselves so they can get like a bag of rice and like a couple pounds of meat. And we take that energy. I'm just putting, that's deep. Mom.
I mean, that's real. I would never put human hair in my head, but somebody just asked, what if you don't have a tub? If you don't have a tub, my love, you can put the mixture in a bowl and take the shower and then throw this mixture over you and leave, and with your intention to let everything run down the drain.
You can also get a blow up tub.
Really?
Yeah,
like
man.
The little pool, like
Bomba
the blow up
seed,
pool.
is it?
Yeah.
You know, how do you think people give birth at home?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Little blow up pool.
It's just a blow up tool. It has the motor, and then you bring it down. It's a pain in the ass to empty out, but good ones make it easy. You can just put a line through it and empty it in your tub.
Okay.
One more thing about hair too, you guys. Like, I know hair is a very, very sacred tool, and that's probably why, like, in certain cultures and countries, you can't let everybody touch your crown, can't let everybody use your brushes and all of that good stuff. Now, another sacred fiber on the body that I feel like a lot of people are not privy to, and this is the main reason why dentists commit suicide the most.
What?
The majority of people for pulling motherfuckers' teeth. Your teeth are powerful, you guys. Dental health in your mouth health is something to be always paid attention to. Your tongue will literally tell you what the fuck is happening with your internal organs always. So to all my smokers, I'm talking to all three of our ads, so I'm not bleeding y'all for filth. I'm really not. We have to do our best to ensure that we pay close attention to our oral hygiene and our dental health, because your teeth is a part of your bones. Your bones is a part of your DNA. And that is why I believe that it is so powerful. And the statistics, which I haven't fact checked, but I did read this somewhere, showed that dentists were like one of the leading occupation or career people that was committing suicide. That's crazy.
Can I just add to the teeth thing, guys? If you're still using fluoride in your toothpaste, it's no. No fluoride in your toothpaste or your dental, anything to do with your oral hygiene. Clove toothpaste is one of the best ones to use because it's actually plant-based. Even those other ones that don't have fluoride, some of them are still chemicalized. So I'll post it somewhere, a picture of the clove toothpaste that's plant-based. Also, I read something very recently about the wisdom teeth. And they're called wisdom teeth for a reason, because apparently all four of mine are gone.
All four of mine are gone, Mom.
Never got
so when they're growing, apparently the pain of the wisdom teeth is very similar to childbirth. So when somebody has wisdom teeth coming through, or a woman gives birth, the body is subjected to so much pain that the brain starts to build new synapses and become stronger. The pain actually creates new
that makes sense.
Activity in the brain. It actually expands the brain activity. Right. So can you imagine that one of the most common things that is suggested is that we get our teeth taken out but this time the brain is, because remember, we only use, for a long time, we've only used 10 to 20% capacity of the brain. So if it's during direct pain that the brain is expanded, then it really doesn't make sense that wisdom teeth are taken out. And the fact that they're called wisdom teeth is also very
when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, it's funny you say that, Mom, because they didn't give me the right medication. So when I woke up after like 2 hours after the surgery, I felt everything, and it was the most excruciating pain I had ever felt in my entire life. Like I panicked because they cut them out from they didn't pull them. They actually surgically opened my jaw, because they said if we don't take it out now, she has nice teeth, but all her teeth will get crooked. So, which isn't true, because I have all the space in my big ass mouth for even 5 more, 6 more if I want, right? And but that pain you're talking about, even though I didn't feel it with the wisdom teeth coming out, I felt it after the surgery. And it was like, maybe the divine was like, bitch, if this was supposed to be a painful experience for you, it's gonna be, whether they're there or they're coming out. You get what I mean?
So I passed out. Passed out. I came home. I was actually on my period when I had all 4 taken out at the same time. And they dragged them out. My chest was hurting me because apparently they were on my chest trying to yank these things out. And then when I came home, they gave me all this medication. I took the medication, smoked a spliff on my period. Bam, I'm out. First and last time I ever passed out in my life.
I fought my parents all my life. They recommended for me to get them pulled. My brother went and got his pulled. I would say about 3 times a year, I'm going through pain. I'm going through it. I'm literally like my gums is inflamed. But other than that, I'm unbothered by my wisdom.
And your teeth are straight as fuck.
The
lies they told me.
I have a little crooked at the bottom.
But mine are too.
I feel like nobody's shit is perfect unless you have braces. But I also wanted to say the DIY version of fluoride-free toothpaste is your good old peroxide and baking soda. You get you a nice jar, you mix it up, and you dip your toothbrush in there every day. Or you put some on your finger, put it on your toothbrush. But another thing that I feel like used to be very indigenous and aboriginal was oil pulling. And we have to get to our ways.
Yeah,
I do it to my dog. I do it to my dog because her breath stinks.
Yes, I do that to Spanx all the time because I don't play that shit. That funky breath, dog breath. I don't play that. And you can put it, if you have an animal, you can put it on their coat. I don't like to give him chemicalized tick treatments, but coconut oil is a natural tick treatment that it repels all of the ticks and the fleas from your animal. But what it does for the mouth, because the coconut is a superfood and it has a natural antibacterial property to it. So no matter which form that we digest, whether it be actual meat, actual water, actual oil, it doesn't matter, you guys, you receive that antibacterial, antifungal property. Another great herb is Echinacea. If you want to throw some of that in your herbal toothpaste, Echinacea is a holistic antifungal. It's a part of Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine. And if you can use it in consumption for at least a 7-day time frame, you will start to notice that the gut health, prebiotic, probiotic, and any other,
it's an antibiotic as well.
Yeah, it is. It is truly an antibiotic. So, you know, your oral hygiene and your oral health, especially for smokers, because the heat of the smoke makes the mouth at a different temperature than the actual what is it, you guys? The system of bacteria can't flourish in, you know. So it's the heat of the smoke that will make it harder to maintain your oral hygiene than your average person. So
it's not the actual smoke, it's the temperature. But I just wanted to say one thing. I know we passed it a little bit, but just going back on the hair, you guys have to be so careful with people touching your hair, because the chemicals that come from the oils in your hand don't always mix with the chemicals in your scalp. So somebody could have the nicest intentions, but so I know this sounds a little weird, but how people smell to you is very indicative if their oil, their natural bacteria system will blend with yours. Because when people don't smell good to you, even if they're not dirty, there's something about their smell that turns you off. That's for a reason. Okay. And when you're attracted to someone by how they smell, that's for a reason too. But I've had people, I had a woman do my hair and give me the softest braid up I ever had. And I thought her hands are magic. And I took my braids out and my hair fell out.
Yeah.
And I could say it was evil eye. I could say it was all these things. But what I was channeled is that the oil in her hands didn't match with the oil in my scalp. And it created a toxin. It created a poison, which made my hair fall out. So I just wanted to just bring back to that like mindfulness about where you eat, who you let touch you, who you touch, and then how you protect and cleanse yourself after. It's almost like energetic scornfulness. You ever heard about being scornful? You know, it's like energetic scornfulness. And I feel like the reason that message is coming in is because everybody's so focused on like this scornfulness with the hand sanitizer and all this shit. And the divine is like, there's a whole other scornfulness. Like we can take this to some deeper levels. You guys are worried about masks and hand sanitizers, but the people you sleep with and let touch your hair, your stylists and shit. And then you go, you guys have to be careful. Don't talk shit about the people you let feed you and let touch your hair. You bring bad karma to you. If you don't like someone, don't take nothing from them. Don't seek nothing from them. Leave them alone, because you then set the karmic scales out of balance, because that hairdresser or that person didn't mean you nothing. They just did your hair and was grateful for a client, but you're talking shit and fuck them and they did shit, but then you go book again. That's bad karma. And even if they don't mean you nothing, this is all more subconsciously, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Y'all got any questions? Because we're getting into the hour now. You lot got any questions about? I mean, it was a random one. It's going to stay random until we get organized. But if we don't get organized, it's going to stay random.
What's organized? It's Friday night. It's Friday nights with 3 of Cups. Like, just.
I mean, I'm not an organized person. I'm acting like I am.
Mama,
like I'm a flower.
I'm gonna do some research just because I'm a nerd. I wanna look into Sophia so bad.
Yeah, it's gonna force me to It's gonna force me to really. I was looking at the Gnostic. There's something on the Gaia channel about Sophia, but in Google, if you Google Sophia goddess or Sophia Gnosticism, some shit's gonna come up. Just watch everything and leave what resonates. I mean, leave what doesn't resonate and just jump on what does. But a lot did.
Are we gonna do Sophia at Jazz's next week?
Yeah, we can do Sophia at Jazz's.
Do y'all want to combine Sophia, Ashera, and Magdalene? Because I know.
Yeah. Okay. Can you give me that other girl's name? What's her name? Ashera.
Just put the names in our little chat.
Our chat.
I am.
And then
I wanted to what was I getting ready to say, y'all? I wanted to bring up damn. I lost it. It was there.
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
You're fine. You're fine. I lost it. I was getting ready to say something. I smoked too damn much. That's what they
Join the fucking club.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you've got any your daughter's name's Sophia. That's beautiful. Oh, she's too cute. Astria.
Ooh. Can you go to Olive?
What'd she say?
How does one undo damaging things that's hurtful we're unaware of? So that's a subconscious traumas. Okay, there's a whole triggering. That is a collective message. She tapped into that and she's being triggered by that collectively. So guys, we're all awakened here. We're all on a journey, regardless of where we're at. We all have a certain level of consciousness, and have done a certain level of healing consciously in this journey surrounding the karmic cycle, the pathology, the ancestral trauma. But there is wounding that you are not consciously aware of yet. And that might be really hard to believe for some of you, considering the level of conscious awareness you have, where for some of you guys might be like, yeah, I bet you there's a bunch of shit I'm not consciously aware of. This is more for those of you that really feel like you're aware. It's okay, but you're struggling. It's a struggle. I know what you're saying. You feel like I'm aware and I'm actively, consciously doing what I can to heal. That's a collective message. It's protection. Things are not everything has been made, you've been made aware of. Not everything you're meant to understand. There's certain things within you, even talents and skills that haven't even been triggered out of you collective yet. We're on a whole journey and process. Look how the last 2 years and this process has incrementally unlocked things from knowledge, talent, money, abundance, whatever for you. But there's still a lot more to come. So kind of surrender and give yourself this like loving energy to just surrender and accept where you are in the journey instead of chasing this idea of, I get it, you don't want to be in pain, you want to be healed. But don't ruin the journey for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't just kind of just accept where you're at now. And know that further triggering will occur and that you'll gain higher levels of peace and happiness because you're able to heal more and more what's deep embedded in the subconscious. But long and short collective, it's in the subconscious. You have not been made conscious. And a lot of these relationships coming in, a lot of the things you're going through are actually slowly triggering an awareness to these subconscious things. This is not the obvious trauma you went through when you were 7 or the obvious, it's not. These are things that are embedded. So prepare for the triggering to occur. Divine Feminine, like Mom said, like we're not at the new year yet. Our new year is technically in April. Divine Feminine season is going to have her way with us, like her way. Divine Masculine season's like, yeah, what are you guys saying? What do you guys want to go and do? Divine Feminine season doesn't give a fuck about that. Divine Feminine season is going to tell you what the fuck is going to happen this season. So when Masculine season comes, yeah, all your plans, everything you want to do, Divine Masculine season is going to ask you. Right now, you're not being asked. Divine Feminine doesn't give a fuck. There are things that have to be done internally and be revealed. You're being like nested. You're being like protected because there's still more to be revealed over the next couple of months and triggered and healed within, which is actually the 10. Like I told you guys, we weren't at the 9. We weren't at the 10. We were at the 9. And this 10 is linked to the 0 and the 1. It's all the same thing. The 10, the 0, and the 1 are all a phase. You wrap up a cycle, you embark on a new one. It's all one phase. Right now, this collective's coming to the end of the 9s. Remember me tell you that. Because the 10's going to come in and you're going to go, yeah, this feels done. This new beginning really marks the end of that shit. Yeah, for many of you, you're not there yet. Because you're at the 9. But yeah.
Sorry, also I wanted to add as well, for Olive's question about how can you tap into or how can you heal from something you're unaware of. Also, you can ask and trust. You can ask questions like, what is this thing? What is this feeling I'm feeling? And trust yourself. Take your pen and paper, write it down. There's something called remote writing, where you just take a pen and paper and you ask a question and you just start writing. And when you do down, there should be some type of it's even like a dream. Sometimes you can dream certain things. Make sure you're writing these things down. If there are things that you need to know that are in the subconscious, which is Pluto, remember we had that massive retrograde with Pluto last year, 5 months of it.
Right.
Blunder seed.
When was that period, Mom?
That was like it ended in Scorpio season. So we must have started 5 months previous. But a lot of things were dragged up for people then. But again, it's some people don't trust the things that they hear. Some people don't trust the things that they feel, because it is, some of the things that have happened to us could have involved other people that we still love and care about right now. So we're in denial. But this age of Aquarius has got no time for denial. It's got no time for pretending or hiding from things. This is why, I can speak for myself as a pothead. This is why I struggle to smoke weed, because weed served me very well when I was trying not to remember what the fuck happened to me. When I was trying to get self-soothing, when I was self-medicating. But now I'm trying to do that shit. It's a struggle because there's no room for that shit here. I have to face everything. I have to feel everything. And I have to trust myself that I can bring myself through wherever that takes me. So again, I want you guys to tap into your inner G's, your inner goddess and gods. This is this is a time for also independence. You really have to start trusting yourself in the same way that you trust, you know, us, in the same way that some of you may trust your parents, in the same way some of you trust your bosses, in the same way that some of you trust your friends and family. You need to be trusting yourself enough to unravel your own puzzles. Because I'm have you not got your generators yet? I'm very, very serious. I know this is random, but we're gonna have some type of power energy thing. Everything's energy, and the energy is being disrupted on a massive level right now. So when Destiny's tapped into this months ago, when she was talking about my Instagram's been playing up. Whenever my Instagram's playing up, also we've got a Mercury Retrograde.
Remember, it's the solar flares that are doing this, because the sun is coming to the end of its 12-year return, so it's exploding and shit. But it's
the solar flares that started this whole ascension process in the first place.
Right.
It was the gamma rays coming through that has been assisting in helping. Think Incredible Hulk. He just got too many gamma rays. But in the Avengers, he said, oh no, it was Starks. It was Iron Man that said to Incredible Hulk that if it wasn't for the Incredible Hulk, David Banner would be dead. I feel like if it wasn't for those gamma rays that have been coming through, fucking us all up, we'd be dead by now. We wouldn't even have been able to withstand all of these shifts that have been happening. So, you know, I'm just saying to you, get yourself a little generator off Amazon. I know Amazon's the devil, but it's a good, you could get one for like $140. You know, decent little generator. Keep your fridge going if anything happens. Keep your phone popping if anything goes. Do you know what I mean? Just get ready so you don't stay ready so you don't have to get ready, y'all. I'm being serious, and I think
that's
Oya as well.
Fucking conversation. You guys really want to talk about it? The fact of the matter is
going mad. Hold on, sorry, Dest.
No,
Oya right now, the energy. You remember that the weather are spirits. All the weather is spirits.
Yeah,
right.
That's why indigenous people can change the weather. Indigenous people have ceremonies and do all kinds of things to control the weather. You want to talk about these machines that are controlling the weather? You ain't ready for the indigenous people. Because we understand that they're spirits.
They're not ready for the indigenous people. They're not ready.
And in the United States of America right now, there are tornadoes in winter. You ain't asking no questions. You ain't thinking about this shit. Tornadoes in winter.
Fuck?
Bitch, that's Oya.
That's Oya.
Oya to Bumba. You know how dangerous, and do you know how much more painful a tornado in winter would be? Like,
can you imagine?
Winter is violent already as it is.
God. So guys, just pay attention to the weather. Pay attention to your surroundings, and it's just like, I mean, it all comes off with what the girls are saying. We're talking about, you know, be aware of what you're being dieseled into, what you're inserting yourself into, who you're letting interact with you, who you're letting even touch you. Because real talk, one of my neighbors pretty much told me he was going to dig out my eye last week. Destiny got attacked last week in her neighborhood. It's all long because everybody's, well, you know what it is. It was a bit dramatic. You know I'm dramatic because I'm an Aries, yeah?
We both are. I love you, Mom.
You know, we love it, but you know, we were disrespected on our doorsteps, pretty much.
Right.
And I'm letting you know that that's never happened to me before. So I'm just letting you know the people them are changing out a road, and you need to be aware of it. And you need to make sure that you're protected. You need to make sure that you can protect yourself. That's number one, first of all. You know, I mean, I ain't telling you what to do. I don't invoke any violence, but make sure you're strapped up, y'all.
Listen, if they've done the shadow work, there ain't nothing you got to tell them.
It's true. It's true. You know what I mean? Because really, when this jackass was telling me about he's going to take out my eye with a biro pen, and I stood up right in his face. I was in his face when he was doing it. I wanted him to try it. I wanted him to try it because I really wanted to see what my spirit team do. I was like, what y'all do?
I tamed myself.
Stab me in my eye or not? You know, and they were like, you know what, baby, walk away because you could end up with a case. I was going to catch a case that night.
Right. And then the demons would be like, got you right before the fucking Jupiter. Yeah.
Right before the party.
You're not gonna play me.
So I had to walk away, but I was ready. You know, there's nothing to fear out here, even though, like we said, we're not here to fearmonger you, but we're just here to make sure that you've got critical thinking at the first forefront of your shit, and secondly, just awareness and protection. up your spiritual protection, because another thing that I wanted to quickly mention, because I ain't coming online for I don't know when. Ritual season hasn't finished. We've got the Oscars coming up. We've got the Grammys coming up, and someone's gonna die. Someone every year.
It's true. No lies.
Every year. So remember, that's to harvest your energy. That's to bring you into this low vibrational sadness. First of all, you don't know the fucker that died, and they didn't give a fuck about you. Let's always remember that. Always remember that. It doesn't matter how much you admired their talent or whatever. You didn't know that fucker, and the fucker didn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
So keep your energy even, because that's what they're going to be doing. So keep your protection up. Make sure you are very clear about what you're allowing into your energy fields, because ritual season's about to go ham. Because I believe this is the very last one that they're going to get away with. The Oscars, all these things, Grammys, all them things done. Finish.
The demonic rituals, absolutely.
Finish.
I'm sorry to interrupt your regularly.
It's all right, girl. I'm done.
Your regularly scheduled 3 of Cups programming, but if you don't already, you're sustainably sourced and ethically traded frankincense. Please stop what you're doing.
Okay. Thank you, Jazz.
Go to smudgelot.com, and if that one's not calling your spirit, then maybe this one is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We need to check that out, because when I say my house got the
that's my sister
anointing and never knew it needed. When I say any spirit or negativity that was living in any crevice in this bitch was just rebuked out this job. So yes,
I love you, sis. That's my sister. That's my sister.
Interrupt one time to let y'all know that if you don't know, Mr. Eric right here, he ain't never lied.
He ain't never lied. Oh, thank you, Jazz. I love you.
I'm late.
That's my sister.
Yeah,
y'all. That bracelet is gorgeous. That bracelet.
Isn't it? Do you love it? Do you love the bracelet?
It's on my vanity, girl. That's the only reason why I didn't show it. That bracelet.
Okay, good.
Guys,
you should get yours soon, Mom.
Yes, it should be here in the next couple of days. I'm sure. Just
y'all
takes a little bit
candles
longer.
are going out this weekend. So.
Well, y'all ain't getting your shit till Valentine's Day, because I'm just taking my time.
You live across the world, yeah.
And I'm taking my time. I'm rebranding, and when I rebrand, I want to make sure that I've got because when I drop it here, I'm scared.
Why?
Because I mean, a witch don't like to work hard. I just like to work smart. That's all. So I just feel the hard work coming on. I'll be like, oh.
No, but you said the same thing with the 3 of Cups. You're like, am I really going to commit to this?
I did.
But then you were the one like, where are you late bitches?
Yeah, I was on time.
Right. She was on
time today.
Girl, I literally looked on Instagram. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, but Jazz is always running around. Jazz is always running around.
You are, baby.
It's my Aries moon, I think. I don't know.
Oh, we both. Wait, Mom, all 3 of us?
Yeah, that's me and you have Aries moon. Wait, Mama, where's your moon?
I'm a Cancer moon.
You ruined it, Mom.
No, I'm an Aries sun, though. I'm an Aries sun.
You're still an Aries sun, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why you get the egg. That's where all the Aggie comes from when we're ready. Okay. But listen, I think we're out, man. I think next week we're gonna come to you with some of the goddesses. Astera, Sophia,
Jazz's house.
Astera, Sophia, and who?
Magdalene.
Magdalene. Yeah, we're coming for you. We're gonna come with the 3 of them. I feel like that's gonna keep me focused, because I ain't got shit again to do this week. So I'll be chilling, because it is hibernation season. Also, guys, don't feel bad if you can't get out your bed, man. Enjoy it.
Everyone is like this. No one
enjoy it. Enjoy it, and it's freezing. You know, so, I mean, I don't know about everybody, but me as a black woman, I don't think nobody should be working in winter time to harass. It's like
be here. I'm supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here. That's the problem.
I'm dying. I am great. Look at I am great. Like boiled chicken. I need to go away.
Boiled chicken.
And I caught a decent tan this summer. I'm not supposed to be. Look at my eyes.
saying?
Nah.
But we're
Yeah,
gonna link
so-
up. We have plans.
Yeah, we need. I mean, we just need them to stop playing the stupid game, and so that we can just live our lives and just do what we're doing.
Unsustainable, ladies. It's just a matter. This is not.
It is. Yeah, it can't sustain. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's so stupid at this point. It's actually embarrassing for them.
Yeah,
it's
embarrassing.
You know when your friends are running game and you can see that the game ain't running no more. You're like,
it's like, bitch, it's done.
It's
Bitch, it's done. Right?
Let it go. Give
drain
it up.
off.
Give
Like,
it up.
come on, man. So, guys, G's, day one, A1 day ones, and Angel gang. 3 of Cups 2020. We came true for you. And we love you. We can't stop loving you. Thank you for your support and your love.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, Destiny. I love you, Jazz. And we'll speak in the week, man. No doubt, you know. And guys, just stay safe and get you a generator. Don't play about with it, because when your shit don't work, remember I told you, I'll just be looking at you. I'll be looking.
You guys get you a generator. I'm gonna get me a tan. Okay? How about
Yeah.
that?
Priorities. Remember when sunbeds were a thing? Whatever happened to them?
Sunbeds were plucking us off. Sunbeds were killing single. Sunbeds were the COVID of the 1990s.
Yeah, what happened to sunbeds? They were everywhere. Anyway, guys, we love you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.